sign. Feels like I found a portal to another time. A channel with a mystical flare. Gotta make the light sunset and clear. 369 time mission, please take me to the higher place. I'm locking my intuition, feeling spirit's embrace. From a path to psychic abilities, tarot cards and more. I'm catching all the vibes like I never did before.
Goodbye.
But I wasn't asleep, and I immediately I wrote it down so I wouldn't forget, but I didn't forget, and I was awake. I can't explain it though, but I wasn't asleep.
Hey, you want to turn up the volume on your medical cannabis wellness journey, but don't know how? You want the ease of getting the products you need delivered to your front door? Then follow these 3 easy steps. Step 1, go to nugmd.com, your portal to a hassle-free path to medical cannabis. Answer a few quick questions and see if you qualify for a medical recommendation letter. It's a remix of convenience and ease. Don't worry, you only pay if you're approved. Step 2, congratulations! You're approved and armed with your medical recommendation letter. Now, you can use the official 369 Music Talk Higher.Health link to sign up and make your first purchase. Step 3, head over to Higher.Health, your go-to destination for premium cannabis essentials. From soothing strains to focus-boosting blends, they've got the beats covered. Turn up the wellness, turn up the creativity. Visit nugmd.com and Higher.Health today. nugmd.com and Higher.Health, your rhythm to wellness unlocked.
life.com.
But I don't have or take issue with locking myself out of something that doesn't resonate with me. Like if I don't feel called to it, or it's like, you know what, I'm starting to learn about this. Now there's a difference between cognitive dissonance and just like, there's a difference between that, and then there's a difference with versus choosing to, you know, maybe explore it a little bit, and then once you're like, I don't like the way this feels, or this is giving me like a bad feeling, I feel like that's different than just, well, maybe not so different. I feel like I just, but do you get what I'm saying? Do you get what I'm trying to say anyway?
It is a difference because I know that we tend to, you know, go towards what we resonate with, and then we can still get locked in a system of being content with what we're comfortable with and never go outside of it. So in order to, if you really are trying to like keep learning about yourself, something's going to happen that disrupts it, to kind of forces you to keep learning or go outside your box, go outside your comfort zone.
Yeah, I don't think I have a box, but I get what you're saying. And I feel like that does happen, at least in my little bubble over here. I feel like that's something that happens to everyone. It's just, do you recognize it?
That's the layers that you go through, is the many different layers of not realizing what had you kind of locked in a paradigm.
Mm-hmm.
It's like when I started learning like occult stuff, I wanted to know like the origins of racism and devil worship. And so I started studying like Aleister Crowley, Madame Blavatsky, seeing why they did things in a certain way. But just studying all this stuff, can people be possessed, their perspective, their mind state, their psychology, to get a complete round analysis of why they were doing what they were doing. And then it's like, once you start studying all this stuff, you realize like a lot of this stuff, they were just doing it for hype. They took information from other people. They purposely gave it a persona to make it scary for certain people.
How do you know that though?
Just studying it all, studying, like I said, the books, who write the books, where did they come from, their history, why they do it, how it relates, how I compare it to other people that do the same aspect or same type of magic. Because it's not really dark magic or anything like that. It's all about energy. So even the labels, the definitions, most of it is psychology to control the mind, to make a prison in the mind. So it's like all this stuff that you fear, it ain't even no point of fearing it because you're all of it.
I mean, I agree with that. It would just be, so the books that you're reading about them, did they ever write any of them? Like,
you have different people. You got to look at who writes it and why. Like, you might have a person write a book on Madame Blavatsky, but then you learn about that writer. He was in the alt-right or something like that. He was a Nazi. Or you got to know what perspective they're even coming from to even give you the information.
Yes, that's what I was, okay, I didn't communicate that well, but that's what I was saying or like asking. That's why I asked if they wrote any of the books that you read about them. That was. And
then the other part is just experience, because I was experiencing so many different things. I was like, okay, I used to date somebody that was the granddaughter of Margaret Sanger. And Margaret Sanger was a eugenicist, and she was like a high-ranking Eastern Star, which is a Mason. Yes. And that's how I learned about them directly, was from somebody from their family that was telling me like, yeah, we grew up doing black magic, and they were telling me all the things that they experienced. Yeah, and then I was experiencing stuff, being around them. So I was like, okay, I need to find out what this stuff is.
Interesting. So you feel like you saw some shit firsthand?
Yeah, a lot of shit.
Okay.
Baby, you know where to start when you need a fresh cut, want that head to slow. FlyFactorBarberLounge is the place to be. In Lawrenceville, GA, where you feel so free. So give them a call or just stop by. FlyFactorBarberLounge, let them get you fly. With that 808 beat and the vibe so live. You leave with a smile and a stylish style. FlyFactorBarberLounge, they'll treat you right. Up in the clouds and growing. Do you wanna fly with me?
All right, I do ask you to go on ahead and check out, and then if you should so feel, subscribe to my live channel, A Pretty Little Tale 333, as that is where we do our live reads. All right, let's see what y'all got going on.
369 merch. Link in description. Scan QR code now.
That's interesting.
Yeah, I saw, what was it? Like a succubus, ghost.
Firsthand?
Yeah.
Oh, thank you. And I'm very much, I understand that fear is an illusion, but there is some shit that I just don't, I'm okay with locking myself off to some things. I don't need to know everything. I can just see what I need to see from the outside of something.
That's what you think.
No,
until you go through the experiences.
nothing with the second best. I'm good. And you know what? I'm okay with thinking that too. I could be completely wrong, and that is okay for me. Like, I'm okay being wrong about that in particular. So that's when I will write on out with.
But it all serves a purpose. Once you learn what it is and what it's for, why it happens, it's not necessarily something that's outside of you. It's just all different energies.
Yep.
You attract certain energies during certain periods and certain times. It's like cycles. Like, you look at nature. Nature has cycles. Certain things happen during the spring. Certain things happen during the summer.
Yeah.
Certain things happen when you have positive energy, when you have negative energy. So that's all a part of your experience here. So this place can be a prison planet, but the thing that's deep down in you, you know that this can be like a paradise.
I believe it's the way that you perceive and choose to perceive, because before you can really even be like aware that before you can get to the point of choosing, you have to get to the point of realizing that you didn't already know at some point. Is that okay? Do you follow me?
Yeah, you can choose either or, but it's all a part of the lesson.
Well, yeah, because like you said, it's purpose. Yeah, it's purpose. Anything can be used, manipulated. What did you say? It's the atoms. I mean, that's honestly what everything breaks down to.
Just think about all the people that reincarnate, that know that they have reincarnated.
Yes, I want to meet them all and talk to them, and I want to know what I can do to to be able to. But in all seriousness, yes.
But just think about the lessons that they have to constantly go through, because some of these people, they remember multiple lives too. They'll remember 2 and 3 times. Like, one person, he kept dying the same way each time. He kept falling in the river. Like, the first time, some people murdered him, beat him up, threw him in the river. He came back. The guy that got him killed ended up dying, and he lived to see that. And then he fell in the river, died, and then reincarnated back again, all within the same family. So his family members are knowing each time he's coming back.
Okay, that's on the link that you sent me. Dang, I wish I had time to watch it. I'll watch it.
aprettylowlife.com. Watch Putting Things into Context on YouTube at 369 Dimension Readings. Subscribe now.
Game restarts.
Guess I wouldn't know. They say crazy doesn't know crazy. So.
No, it's like the more that you start learning about like yourself and what this place is, that's why a lot of people be in hermit mode. Like, the more they start finding out, because it's like, damn, what's going on? What's real? Am I just projecting all of this? Past lives is all detailed information to me.
So you remember how many past lives? Because how many would you say that people have? It could be thousands. It could be all the way back to caveman time. Well, I don't know about that. I'm not gonna claim that for me. But I've heard stories and watched stuff where people were like, they're connected to Egypt, they're connected to Atlantis, they're connected to all of these places, and I'd be low-key jealous. Like, I want to know. I want to remember.
Man, I tried to count, but it's pointless to me, because it's like it's all spread out. So it's like the memories are kind of spread out, and then I put them together like a puzzle, because it is like a timeline in each life. But I remember so many different lives and different experiences. So when people be like, yeah, they from Egypt or something like that, those are periods of time, but it doesn't go linear. Like, why do you think there's no existence of those people now, the Mayans and Aztecs, and they didn't just disappear?
It was a different time.
There's like time portals. That's time skips. time jumps. It's not linear.
I wish I knew exactly how it was. I understand that it's not linear, but if like the pattern is up, down, to the right a little bit, and turn around and jump, then I want to know that sequence because I want to see some things. Like I will learn that shit. Like I gotta have 2 times. I gotta where do I have to go? But like
It's just tapping into yourself. It's
oh yeah, right, yes, but for real, like.
It's like the more honest you are with yourself, like your memories, the stuff that you're experiencing, you keep putting yourself to sleep by putting labels and locking yourself into a psychology. That's why I sent you that video. Like your mind is a prison because you keep talking yourself out of what you really are.
Well, I don't personally. No, I don't. Well, maybe I do. And then I'm not aware to the manner in which I do, but I would like to think like I don't like to project negativity or what I deem as negativity or just like things that I don't want, right? I don't like to speak those things, and I don't like, I'm not gonna ever be like I hate myself, I'm so dumb, because that's not true. But so it's not like that, but I listened to that, and you know, I understand what he was saying, but I don't know that that's me.
Well, you said it for yourself. You could be putting yourself in a prison without you knowing it because you have so many layers of programming that you don't realize that are there. But the main way to realize what type of programming you have is fears. What do you limit yourself on? If you box yourself out of certain information, if you say, hey, I'm not going to listen to that information because I don't like that vibe or that energy, that means you're automatically locking yourself out of something. That's still a form of programming.